To start off, I'd second a little bit of both of what both of you said. One thing that I think all of us have been through that transition when we compare. Let's start off with that monetary discussion to pick up from exactly where you left off, Naveen, is that you realize that money is a means to an end, and there's a certain amount of purchasability to how much amount of money you make. That is what is going to decide how rich you are or how much money you're saving. Because at the end of the day, even within the UK, the cost of living is massively, massively different. I started off my career in Northeast Lincolnshire. The cost of living was less than half of what I, on an average, spend in a month in London. And I'm sure it's different in different corners of the country. So as far as monetary thing is concerned, please do bear in mind that conversations, money at the end of the day is a means to an end. It's not the end. So as long as you're getting your needs met, as long as you're living in a reasonably good home, getting all the desires fulfilled, and you can afford the holidays that you want to afford, the remaining amount of money, I'm not sure how much it matters to 70-80% of us who just wanted a good, simple, normal life. So that would be point number one. Point number two, of course, yes, absolutely, from what Raja said. Um, one country doesn't need to be bad for another one to be good. Two countries can be good. And you want to come from that point of spirit where you want to have a certain sense of loyalty to the country that has brought you up, but at the same time have a certain sense of dedication to the country that is essentially the country that you're living in and you're working in as well. And you don't need to choose one. Your home country doesn't need to suddenly become bad for you to love the country that you're living and working in as well. So having thought of all of those points, my mindset when I moved was pretty much like that I want to learn more about mental health, especially the field of psychiatry is so fascinating. And I say this with no hatred towards any other fields in medicine, but a hernia is a hernia in any corner of the world. Schizophrenia, the content of the delusions, the hallucinations, the manifestation of depression is so beautifully different in every corner of the world. And as a student of mental health and psychiatry, we should be equipped to be able to deal with and have reference points with people who have grown up. Like I tend to say this, I grew up in Jamnagar, which now has become famous because of the Ambani wedding and everything. Did my psychiatry in Ahmedabad, which is a city. I lived in a small beach town in Northeast Lincolnshire, where I saw a lot of people who are from a very different and diverse background from what I see now in London. And that has helped me learn a lot about people, learn a lot about mental health, learn a lot about how these symptoms manifest in different people. And I think coming from that mindset is really helpful to get to see and keep an open mind about where we want to go in the future.